So then it's just 2 marks in the rest of the lap. And now it's up to Jaime Busto to beat what is a tough total. 12 marks for Jaime Busto to remain in contention here tonight. Runner-up at the opening round of the season in Vendée, Jaime Busto about to tackle round 2 here in Paris. It was a strong enough performance in round number 1, 4 successive cleans to open the lap, but he failed the last 2 and had mechanical problems before section 5. He's had time between his appearance in heat 2 of the opening round before heat 2 of the second round. He's had plenty of time to correct that. He's just dropped a single mark there, and that's the type of single mark that Fujinami was able to avoid. A single mark drop for leaning. Only the second rider to drop a mark in this section 1. Jaime Busto. Nicely done on the back wheel progressing through, but he's dropped a mark in section 1 and Fujinami was clean there. And that's an important start to heat number 2. Fujinami can be highly satisfied with his effort. Jaime Busto now building up to section number 2. The reigning world number 7, currently 6th in 2018. Making his 12th X-Trial career appearance here tonight. Came into this event in some form as the winner of the recent non-championship X-Trial in Austria, and hoping to maintain that form here tonight, but not a good start in section 1. Slides nicely down to make the turn in section 2. He's clean here. Matches Fujinami, who was the first rider clean through that section 2. Well, anything you can do, I can do as well. And Jaime Busto is through section number 2. Section 3, we see Busto at times do some inspired things on board this machine. And if anyone is going to do something special in section number 3, it'll be one of the 2 remaining riders, because the first 4 have all failed it. Oh, incredible from Jaime Busto. He's up. Now, we don't know what the remainder of this section has in store for him, because nobody's made it this far as yet, but this looks the easier part of the lap to me. And Jaime Busto, having been clean through that opening element that no one had managed to progress through so far, now could relegate. There's going to be a mark drop for leaning there and a mark drop for footing as well. He had to take the dab to bring himself up, but he is the first rider through section 3. Impressive stuff from Jaime Busto. And suddenly, Busto's prospects in this lap turn on their head entirely. 3 marks from 3 sections. I did say that Busto is so inconsistent, but when he's at his best, then that can change from one section to another. When he's at his best, he is absolutely inspired, and that was a brilliant ride. Section number 3, first rider through, after 4 riders, including former event winners Raga and Fujinami, had all failed that section. Now the crowd wants to see what he can do in section 4, another one that's been failed by all 4 riders so far, but it's failed by Busto as well. No great surprises there. So the score is 8 marks with 2 sections remaining. He's got a maximum of 4 to play with. He's got plenty of time. So compared to Takehisa Fujinami, who finished the lap on 12, Jaime Busto is on 8, in with a great chance of taking the provisional lead in heat number 2. And Tony Bow still to come. He's the uncertainty, really, because we know he's riding quite badly injured. He was superb in round number 1, but what we don't know is whether his fitness will last throughout the evening, and I imagine that a break between rounds is probably worse for Tony Bow than coming into the event cold as he did in round 1. Jaime Busto continuing on through section number 5 then. And that'll leave him with plenty of time as well for section number 6. Busto looking good at the moment to dump out Fujinami. Fujinami, though, will finish at least in 4th position here tonight, which will be his best result of the campaign. 9 points in the championship at a minimum. Busto is through. Clean in section number 5. It will go down to the final section of this lap. Fujinami on 12 versus Busto on 8. Only a failure in section number 6 will deny Jaime Busto the provisional top seeding position in this one, heat number 2. Tony Bow still to come, of course. And if he does manage to beat Fujinami here, Busto will secure a place on the podium, regardless of the efforts of Tony Bow next time out. Jaime Busto, big step here, big moment. He's good on time, so he won't need to rush the latter stages, just needs to get the step right. We've seen him make unnecessary errors at times this season when he just seems to lose concentration. He's got to keep concentration to the end of this lap to remain in contention for a place in the final. He's looking good at the moment. Jaime Busto, with less than a minute remaining, to claim a place on the podium here in Paris. He's almost there, the easiest part of the section to come, and Jaime Busto eliminates Sakis of Fujinami and secures a place on the podium. Brilliant ride from Jaime Busto. Finishing the lap on 8 marks. Fujinami thought